Hello and welcome to LDR 6140, Strategic Development and Implementation. My name is Professor Barbara Mitchell and I am the Master Teacher for LDR 6140. I wanted to spend a few minutes today to talk to you about a brief overview of our class and how we'll be spending our time together over the next several weeks. LDR 6140 is a broad foundational class that covers a topic that a lot of us don't have an opportunity to spend much time on, strategic management. Interestingly, when I talk to leaders, they often tell me that the skill they're looking for when they make a hire is the ability to do strategic thinking. We're going to do both in this class. We want to provide you with the opportunity to understand some of the core concepts of strategic management and strategic thinkers. We also want to provide you with an opportunity to understand the analysis that we often complete when we're doing strategic management. And finally, give you an opportunity to implement these core concepts. Let's start out by talking about what we mean when we say strategic management. We define strategic management as the study of why some firms outperform others. We think about it in terms of how we are going to create a competitive advantage in a way that is unique and valuable and difficult for competitors to copy or substitute. The essence of strategy lies in creating tomorrow's competitive advantage faster. So our learning outcomes are first to develop your competencies as a strategic leader. You'll see we have separate sections each week from weeks 1 through 4 to help you build those skills. We also want you to learn how to analyze industry dynamics, understand key issues and figure out the right strategy for a business situation, to understand the key factors necessary for leading strategic change and fostering innovation, and then to integrate all of this together so that you can implement it in a real-life setting. For us, that will be our project. Another way to say this is that we want you to understand the process, analysis, tools, and methodologies of strategy. We want to help you develop your strategic thinking skills and become more strategic in whatever role you have, both now and in the future, and then provide you an opportunity to apply those skills, to build your skills as a strategic leader. We have a new textbook that we think you're going to love. It's the 4th edition, and there are enough changes between the 3rd and 4th that you won't be able to use the older edition. There's some unique elements around what book you can purchase, so pay attention to that. If you want to purchase the book outright, you're going to need to purchase a loose leaf textbook. Rentals are available for the soft cover textbook and the ebook. One of the things you need to know is that sometimes you'll see the soft cover textbooks either in a third-party seller or on Amazon, and it seems like that would be the right fit. Well, what we have learned is those are the international versions. So if you do purchase from those other sites, double and triple check the ISBN. Finally, each week we'll have a quiz. This is a quick open book quiz that will help you confirm that you've read the material and understand it. One of the favorite assignments from other students has been the simulation. Please look on the syllabus so that you can find out how to purchase that simulation. You'll need to make sure you have it before week 4. If you've taken other leadership classes from us, you're probably already familiar with the term signature assignment. Signature assignments are overarching assignments that go for the entire class. Sometimes there's little pieces within each week. So for example, for our strategic leader reflection video, you'll start out first by doing the individual assignments each week, turning those in, and then combining all of it together into a video that summarizes your learnings. You can find out more about the specifics for that in the syllabus. We have a number of other signature assignments. Well, as we mentioned before, having a quiz for our reading to make sure that we're keeping up with the information that we should as we go through our reading. Our class engagement and discussion boards are also signature assignments. And finally, the action learning project. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. To make it easy to submit your signature assignments and to find additional documents that might be helpful as you complete these assignments, we have a special menu connection. So as you see at the bottom of the menu, a link to signature assignments. The first folder there is the assignment links, and you'll click on this folder to submit any of the assignments that we have. In addition, you're also going to see that we have the grading rubrics listed in that folder, and we have a compendium of strategic tools. We'll talk more about the tools and the need to look at those tools in a few minutes. I want to spend a few minutes to talk about the Action Learning Project. The Action Learning Project is a powerful way for you to combine what we're doing in class into the real world. We think it's one of the areas that differentiates our program. With that in mind, we're going to provide you with an opportunity to work on a project applying our class concepts. Some classes will have a project assigned to them and they'll all work on that same project. Other classes, we're going to ask you to propose a group project to us. All students will be required to submit a proposal. From those proposals, we'll select between 3 and 5 projects depending on the class size, and the groups will work on those selected projects. As part of the proposal, you will identify at least 2 analyses that you think you'll need to use as you work on this particular project. You can select analysis from the book, or alternatively, if you go back to the Signature Assignments folder, you'll see that we have a compendium of strategic tools. Those tools might fit as well. Alternatively, if none of those tools fit and you found something that's a strategic tool that you want to use, email your instructor and they'll sign off on whether that makes sense. There are 3 deliverables from the Action Learning Group project. First, a group presentation. Second, a paper. And finally, you'll be required to give feedback to other team members. If you've had a team member who is not performing, please do get in touch with us if you tried to resolve it. Team members, be aware that if you don't honor your commitments to the team, which shouldn't be happening in grad school at this point in your lives, but if it does happen, it can affect your final grade. We use videos extensively in this class. We think it makes a big difference in terms of connecting and fostering learning. There are 2 types of videos that you'll use. For the discussion board, it's just you and the picture, and you're welcome to add any other pictures you'd like. For a presentation, you'll want to include both the PowerPoint as well as a little picture of you presenting. A couple of thoughts on software. The university supports Kaltura, and you can have tech support help you with that. However, if you know of a different software that you'd like to use that achieves the same result, in other words, we can click on the video and see it without having to buy any new software, you're welcome to use that instead. Within each week, you'll find 2 primary folders, a class presentation folder and then the assignments folder. The assignment folder will also identify your chapters, any additional articles. It'll have a separate folder for strategic leader assessments or any other material, a separate folder for your discussion board material. So you'll need to complete both. In addition, you'll want to make sure that you look at the class presentation. Sometimes we'll break up the class presentations because we're covering around 2 chapters per week. After each class presentation, you'll want to take the quiz. For most cases, you'll find the quiz also in the assignments folder. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. So that's a little bit about our class and what we'll be focusing in on over the next several weeks. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out to either me or your instructor. We're looking forward to having a chance to work with you.